Hello everyone, this is Christina Wallace here, and berries are so popular these days that I think they speak for themselves, so we're just gonna get straight to it. We're going to start with the leaves. I like to clean my hands with a piece of Gumpaste before starting. I like to use this groove board because you could have several petals going on it at the same time because the grooves are the same. There are different ones on the market as well. If you're making flower petals at this stage, you could thin your paste even further, but for leaves it's thin enough, I think. Clean the edge here, it's important too. And I am using sugar glue. Use corn flour or icing sugar for dusting. Make sure that your leaf runs through the middle of the vena. I tend to line up and pinch several wires with my pliers to make little hooks. These hooks help the ready berries not to slide off the wire. Add a bit of sugar glue here, I forgot to show. If you're struggling to take off the end, let it sit aside for a few minutes and then twist in the other direction and it would work nicely. Or you could add a bit of glue and twist it through the top, that also works quite well. It's not very easy to see, but here I'm just using regular size straw. Try to make sure the straw is nice and round at the cut point. Different tweezers would give you a different pinch pattern, so just play around and see which ones you prefer. Okay, slightly back to front, these are the finished berries and these are the dust that I've been using. You can pause so you could have a better look and a better read. With my berries, of all things, I like to use a main coat and then add other colors on top of the main coat. I find that it works the best in a way of kind of even coverage and blending. I think dusting is a very important element of sugar flower making. This is where you could really express your style and personality, I think, and you know, it's often overlooked, unfortunately. I tend to use corn flour to pale down the colors. However, I use the actual white dusting for things like this, where white needs to stay and not just dilute the bright color. I always encourage my sugar flower students not to follow any given tutorial step by step, but instead use it as a guide and then find your own color palettes, find your own style, make your own mistake and find your own way, really. I think that is the best way to really enjoy any craft. I'm guessing that my keeping camera on this detailed dusting for quite a while in my video might bore some of you, a little bit at least, and I do apologize. I guess I'm quite a fan of, you know, accurate dusting, or expressive dusting, shall I say. Also, some people have asked me to slow down and not to go too fast on these bits with my past videos. So I guess for those of you who want to see what happens next, just forward it on a bit. And for those of you who like to get into the small nitty-gritty details of making sugar flowers and foliage, do please stay on. I hope you're enjoying this bit. Generally, I use narrow flower tape for all wires before the assembly. What I do is I wrap the wire up just before the base, and then I pull it up to the base. That I find that leaves a slightly neater finish. The reason why I cover all my wires with tape is not just because it looks pretty, but also because the sticky tape tends to keep all the pieces in place before I decide where exactly I want to wire them, put them together. The easiest and the most effective way to arrange berries, I find, is to bunch them up in bunches of 3s or 4s, sometimes 2s. Now the same wrapping technique goes for leaf. I wrap it up tightly and then pull it up. Now, and these coming up are just stages of assembly. I thought it might be easier if I just concentrate on a particular bit of it in these frames. This final bit is actually quite easy and really nice. All your hard work is paying off and you see it happening in front of your eyes. Follow your own intuition, your own taste. Don't copy someone else. That way you make it your own, and you probably would come up with something that's even prettier than you see here, there and everywhere else. And so this is the assembly for you, really. You just fiddle around with your bits and bobs until you like what you see. I'm going to suggest a few videos for you guys to have a look. I think you might be interested in those. And also, when my face comes up again, that's a sign to subscribe. So if you like my channel and like my videos, please subscribe, that would help. And other than that, thank you for popping in again, or for the first time. It's Christina Wallace. See you again soon.